Hello, my name is Elena Murzina and I'm a teacher of English. I teach English to kids, adults, students, and teenagers, and I'm enjoying this process. My experience is quite wide and it's quite multivariable with the nationalities and living abroad experience. So I have met a lot of people from different countries and I tried to teach and to show them their knowledge of the English in Russian. And this means that includes my TESOL certificate to my qualification, as well as my major specialization as a teacher of foreign languages. The first language is English and the second one is Korean, and I have graduated from the Russian State Social University here in Moscow in 2009. I consider my English level is an advanced one, or maybe very close to proficient, but I'm not sure about others, of course. But I will definitely evaluate it is like a C1 level, or at least B2, B2, or well, I would be hesitating to saying that it is less or so. So I would confirm definitely that it is closer to C1. I'm not a native speaker, but my English sounds quite well for the students who live in Russia and for the international students as well. And I find my accent a bit of attractive for the students who would love to learn English. My Russian is also my native language and I speak Russian very well. I love languages. And I'm a linguist, and this always makes an interest for me to study Russian, to compare it to English, to compare it to other languages, and it's my big passion to study languages and to play sometimes some tricky linguistic games as well. So concerning to the second question, I have taught the kids and children of different ages, starting from 6 years old to 12 to 18 years old, to their students who were studying at the university, studying from the 21 to 26 years old, and continuing education for the adults. For the adults with a specific professional aims to get their English on the special level. And I also have experienced the international exams, tests which are called IELTS, and I had this experience when I was living abroad also. And I'm very much practicing English by myself as well to make it a continual education for the perfectionization of the language. I would choose a group of students who are around maybe 9 years old, maybe 12 years old maximum, because I think this is the very comfortable age for studies. Those kids are very smart, very thinkable, so they can listen, they can be organized in a group, so they can be very specific and very different as well, and they're also very curious. So in that case, I can ask them questions and they answer it in a very specific way, and it makes the lesson also very curious. My motivation for the students usually works for that case that students should be very joyful, and when they come to my lessons I make the mood for them and I speak to them in a very way that coincides their age. So I speak like I'm 12 and they are 12 and we speak together and we are friends here at the lesson. We can keep some secrets, we talk about them, we imagine the things in English, and we are very realistic in the books. So we open the books and we follow their study materials in a very creative, very real time and name. I usually make a very successful atmosphere for my students. What do I mean about when I'm saying successful is that I'm caring about the safety of the lesson. I'm caring about some snacks maybe at the lesson, some colorful pencils and pens, some materials with tricky stickers or something like others. which I intentionally buy to attract kids' eyes or to make them more curious, more grateful for the language. I usually choose the books which are called Osborne Publishing House from London, and this is a very specific series of books which are published in Britain. These are very English books, and they work best for the kids, for their imagination, for the specific modern words and phrases, and they're very British, they are not Russian, so that also makes the atmosphere that we are kind of like living and discussing the lesson here in England, not in Russia. I also use some books for the students which are English file or open course books. I have some of my personal materials which I brought from the America when I was studying there. I teach many specific I have many specific sheets and papers which are special sheets, but I make them in a very creative, brightful way, so we can draw on them, and we can do whatever we want actually, but we are enjoying. So concerning their adult, for the literature, for the adult people and the grown-up people, when I teach English, is that the literature of famous Harvard and Cambridge editions. This is advanced English. The Murphy's books are. I honestly prefer to use some very specific literature in English, like Shakespeare and some other literature, to read these books and to exclude the special phrases from there and to improve English for the best, for the perfection. I organize my lessons at home with the video, with their cables and microphones. I organize it at my table with my paper books and with everything what we need to do. So the most important for me at the lesson is to make a mood for the kid, so the kid is happy to come to me and to learn, and 1 hour passes through very brightfully, very joyfully, and the kid is enjoying. I include activities like writing, speaking, translating, listening, communicating. I always stage and make some role plays for the dialogues, for the interviews. We listen to the podcasts, we describe the pictures, we write the stories. We make up some stories on the way, on the spot. So I call my language as joy language because I am really enjoying it, and I hope to work with you in a close way too as well. Thank you.